Hi guys, it's Rattlesnake. Welcome back to my channel. And today I had a pretty special day, so I'd like to talk about it. I mentioned yesterday that I was going to a pride party today, and that's where I went. I went to the Smith Street Pride Party, or the Street Pride Party, that is held every year in the iconic Smith Street in the neighbourhood of Fitzroy here in Melbourne. And it's awesome. If you aren't from here or you haven't been before, essentially what happens is half of Gertrude Street and half of Smith Street and the streets surrounding it all shut down, so no cars, no trams, no nothing, so that everybody can, walk along freely as they wish to celebrate Pride. As you may not know, Pride is celebrated here in summer because the warmer months in February. Early Feb is when Pride happens. I was always quite pissed when I was younger because the Pride parade used to fall on the same day that we would go back to school, and I was never able to go. And then I went 2023 or 2024, and it's okay. I mean, it's definitely something you should do if you're part of the community at least once. Going to a Pride parade I think is important, but it can be quite boring if you're not walking or marching in the parade. And I wasn't the year that I went, so it wasn't the most entertaining thing. Like, it was cool seeing it, but it was very hot. It was in St Kilda, and I got burnt. But this is more of a interactive community experience. There's vendors, there's performers, there's window performers and live music and line dancing and just all of this other stuff. There's a lot of it's more adult aimed, and a lot of kids go to it, a lot of younger queer people. Everyone's welcome, but they never shy away from the kinkier side of the community, which is great. I think it's really important to acknowledge that. There's a lot of people who wear pup hoods there, so that's really interesting. There were a few leather and kink booths that we checked out because they've got some really cool stuff, and the vendors are all super nice. I talked to a few of them. They're probably not watching this, but if you are, hi, I really love what you guys sell. It's awesome. There's queer record things. I never checked that out today. I did it last year because this is my second year going to it. I went last year with Lana and this year with a few of my friends, Chloe and Elle, and they're all their friends. I was supposed to go with a few others, but they weren't able to come today. But it was really sick. I also made a new friend, shout out Bonnie, and she gave me this lesbian flag bracelet. She made a bunch of the flags and I got one. So I'm going to make some stuff for her when we have our beading afternoon together, which will be very lovely. Yeah, I got to see quite a few really cool people. It's awesome if you're into drag queens. There's so many out there performing and just walking about. If you stay quite late, there are a lot of performances and cabarets that happen later at night, as well as all the clubs that are open. If you know Smith Street, that's where Yaya's and Circuit and UB Queer are. There's a lot of gay bars around there because Collingwood, Fitzroy, they're very gay neighbourhoods, so it makes sense. More Fitzroy than anything. Brunswick, Fitzroy is like the queer neighbourhoods for Melbourne, so it makes sense they would host Pride. But I also got from Northside Records, which I love, I was able to get a few more posters for my wall, which is awesome. I got this one. This is the DJ poster. These are all gigs from Melbourne that have been hosted here. And they have free records. They're like free gig posters. I got this. But essentially when a gig has happened, they'll take it down. I just got a really small one. Or you can grab the free gig posters for newer gigs too. I don't know if I got about like 4 or 5 other posters too, but I got a whole stack of them. This is for a record that I actually was listening to in the store. They were really cool. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It was really experimental. I don't want to be wrong about it. So I would say jazz inspired, reggae inspired music, funk maybe even a little bit, because that's what Northside Records specializes in. If anyone knows the album, you know, correct me. This one is gorgeous. So you might spot them in my background. I will have to, when I do my room tour in a few weeks, I'll show you all the gig poster. Well, this one's super cute. I think it was like the first one I picked up because I knew I had to have it. Look at that. It's a post-punk new wave thing, and if you know me and my Joy Division shit, I love post-punk music. It's amazing. You know, new wave. I always saw my mom's stuff and I have a lot of her records, but I also got something. I treated myself. I got myself a new cassette. It's Aretha Franklin. I saw it in the used cassettes. It was $5 and I am so happy that I have it. She's amazing. She is genuinely one of the best vocalists ever. I could definitely say she's one of my inspirations, surely. Like, her vocal control. Ooh. It has a feature with Elton John on here. Duet with Elton John, duet with James Brown. I didn't even look at the track list. I saw Aretha Franklin and went, yep, that's for me. And because I have some money now, I'm able to like buy this sort of stuff guilt-free. And not go, oh, but it's costing me money. Yeah, it's $5 for a cassette that I'll love. And if I don't love it, somebody else will. Like, it's not the biggest deal. If I don't love it, I say. I'll love it because it's Aretha Franklin. But yeah, today was pretty sick. I made a lot of cool friends, you know, and I saw a lot of cool people, and I wish I had some more photos. A lot of them are on my camera or on Elle's camera. But yeah. I had also, for some reason, a leftover Monster. And somebody's Coke. I don't even drink Coke. I don't know whose Coke it is, but it was in my bag. But yeah, no, today was pretty sick. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I loved it, except for the heat. I love the heat, but it was very hot. But yeah, and it stormed a little bit. It was raining a touch, but it was very fun. I loved it. We'll go again next year. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that if you're in Melbourne and you're part of the community, you'll come next year if you didn't come this year. It's genuinely one of the best events. Full stop, the end. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you tomorrow. Bye!